Good evening, Wolf Nation. Welcome to another ROC Hangout. My name is Eric Von Wolfenstein, and we are live, and we got a few people here already. We got Mr. Gort, we got Mr. Scott Rod, Eric Z's here. Mr. EE Prime could not be here tonight. He's having some neck pain. We all hope he feels better soon, and I don't give a shit where Joe is. Neither do you. No, I'm just kidding. I do. But good to see everyone. Welcome. Happy Friday, everyone. How you doing? How's it going?
Hey. Good.
Good. And, of course, if you want to join in on the fun, the link is in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. You can also message one of us. We will gladly send you the link. Hop on in, bring some cool toys or some good conversation or, whatever. Come hang out with us. So what's new, everyone?
Something. Bring something.
Bring something.
For the love of all that is whatever.
What's going on with everyone this week? How you doing, Eric Z? What's new?
Not too much. Just selling some stuff off for BotCon to have some for money. That's about it. My Studio Series Dinobots are gone.
What's gone?
My Studio Series Dinobots.
I thought he said his juicer.
That too. That's gone.
Like, man, he's really scraping the barrel to get the back on this year.
He's rolling that change.
I never liked those Dinobots, so it was an easy decision.
No, you don't like those?
No, I like the proportions.
Which ones?
The Studio Series Dinobots, the mainline one. Or not.
Oh, you probably got a pretty penny for those. That Grimlock is like,
It'd gone down because people were anticipating a reissue, and then they're reissuing Snarl. So I got about 3 1/4 for them.
Not bad.
No.
For all 6 or 5, whatever.
Yeah.
That'll get you in the door.
Yeah.
You're good.
What's
new, Scott? What's new, Scott? How you doing?
Nothing, man. Not sleeping. Doing
That's
all kinds. Yeah.
You working on any Gundams over there lately?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. I just put together a third-party kit. It's very nice. It's very detailed.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a fun build. Called it the Nemesis by Infinite Dimensions.
Yeah, what you've shown so far looks fantastic. Yeah.
Fun stuff. So just doing some finishing panel lining before I give it a flat top coat and then be on to the next thing. Oh, I don't know how long the next thing's going to take because I start a new gig a week from Monday. So there goes all my free time.
That's
good and bad.
Andrea won't let you be a sugar baby, huh?
She is indifferent to whether I work or not, mostly. But because I go stir crazy, she's like, "You need something to do." So
I get that. What's the new gig? If you can talk about it.
So I'm in operations, and so it's an operations role at a soy-based candle company. Okay. So they use soy instead of paraffin because it burns cleaner. It's supposed to be healthier for everyone involved and the environment. And so yeah, it's a cool little company. So it's got the right culture, I think, which is important. I'm kind of fed up with the whole corporate bullshit. So
I mean, it's not run by sociopaths.
Hope not.
I hope not too. I hope you enjoyed. Hope it works out for you.
All right.
Thanks.
Sure, for sure.
Sure. What's up, Gort? How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah? What's new?
Well, you know what? We had some news coming out of WonderCon, and there's some really cool upcoming stuff. Definitely, it's these penguins coming from McFarlane for Batman Returns. I think that's awesome. They're doing a Christopher Walken figure. I never would have thought that was going to happen. And then you're getting Catwoman, Penguin, and the Returns design for Batman. And yeah, it's pretty cool. That's a nice little wave.
And
hey,
Ryan Brink.
How? Hi. What's going on?
Not much.
What's up,
Just
Ryan?
talking about the WonderCon.
WonderCon.
Some figures being shown there.
The stuff's coming through.
Yeah.
Hey, so real quick, while you're here,
Hey.
we're told that the HasLab numbers were not correct. The 34,000. You verified that?
Yeah. It ended that night around 23,000 something, and then there's a little bit of fluctuation usually because like payments get declined, stuff like that.
People
And
cancel.
then
Yeah.
so the next morning I looked at it and I was like, okay, yeah. And then later on that day, like in the afternoon, boom, it's 34,000 something. And I was like, okay, because that last day we didn't see the spike that we usually see. And I was like, oh well, maybe they couldn't get the numbers in. That's happened before with the Galactus. They did the spike after the campaign ended. But then later on in the evening, the numbers went back down to 23,000. So I'm guessing like if you remember in this HasLab we had that really big spike like in the first 10 days that we'd never seen before. And I have a feeling perhaps maybe when they were looking to put the remaining numbers from international in, they like put those in too by accident maybe. I don't know. But that's just a guess on my part, but it seems they were like, no, there's not 34,000. It is 23,000 something. So yeah, Lao Kaiser is not the most backed HasLab ever, which it would have taken over. So I think that still remains with either Galactus or Razor Crest, I think. I guess I could look it up. I have the numbers, right?
Yeah, you're the man to ask.
I think we need to spend some quality time on that Batman Returns slide.
We have it.
The Penguins, really?
Hey, Gord, if you want to bring it up, bring it up. What's up, Will? By the way, hello, welcome. Can't hear you if you're muted. Nope, still
What?
going.
It's just as well.
Oh
Nope.
no. We'll let you know when we can.
That whole that whole plan to pretend like we couldn't hear him when he got on worked completely.
I know,
We're
right?
better than we thought.
Sucker.
All right, so these are the McFarlane slides.
All right.
You know what? Yeah, Bizarro. I'm actually happy to see like that design in there, but nothing else out of that excites me.
What is that Batman in the?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
There you
here
go.
are. What's up, buddy?
Hey! Chandler Bing just ordered his pizza.
Good, good. Hope you enjoy. What is that Batman in the top there? What does that say?
I'm not familiar with it.
What does it say?
It just says from Batman, Superman. So I don't know if that's from.
But was it?
like,
Does
the-
it say Cowboy Batman? Is that? What
Yeah,
it says?
Cowboy Batman.
Well, there it is. There's your answer.
Oh, all right, Cowboy Batman. I'm familiar with the
Yeehaw, man.
Eradicator. One of my favorite stories right there.
I'm
Green
Batman.
Lantern in some armor, looks like.
Yep, they had to use up some green plastic.
They
Didn't
did another
they,
figure in plastic.
Pretty much, didn't they like repaint the steel? I heard the steel costume. They just gave it to him or something.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Who's the She-Hulk over there on the
That's
left?
It
Jade.
says Green Lantern Jade.
Oh, okay.
That's
But this is the
interesting.
slide that everyone cares about.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, we got Batman, of course. We got the Penguin, Catwoman.
I'm
Dude,
curious if that penguin will come with the coat.
I'm buying that walk-in figure.
Yeah, right.
That's cool.
I
want
mean,
one.
I mean, every one of these is good.
I like these
Oh, yeah,
penguins.
Catwoman.
There's not a
too.
bad one in the bunch.
The
Like-
damn
like-
Suicide Penguin's here.
What do the McFarlane figures go for? Are they like 20, 25 still?
Yep.
$25. Yeah.
Well, right
Yeah,
now it's like around 20, but he's already hinted that
That
Yeah,
they'll
they're going up.
look.
They have to.
If I'm getting 3 penguins for $25, I'm buying that. I might buy a couple of those if I see it. I like the penguins. I
mean-
love that movie.
those are gotta be static penguins, right? They don't think they can move much, do they?
Maybe they're
They flap a little
Flap,
bit.
flap,
arms
they're flapper flaps.
Maybe they're Build-A-Penguins.
I mean, look, I had old
Could be
Kenner
a first.
figures that didn't do a whole lot, like the You can move up their flippers or whatever. The feet turn left and right, and then that was it. You snapped a thing on their back, and it shot missiles.
Nice.
But these ones at least look like the movie. Neither of those looked anything like the movie ones.
You
I
know,
guess I didn't. Sorry, go ahead.
a funny thing about Batman Returns, I watched a YouTube short the other day, and someone said that the Arnolds from Batman and Robin was canon with like like in this movie, because Max Schreck had a picture of him shaking hands with Arnold Schwarzenegger like hanging on his wall.
No.
And that he said that could have been a young Victor Freeze, I
No,
guess.
yeah.
I always assumed they were like it was the same universe, just different actors. For
Oh
that.
wait! This new news out of WonderCon.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
McFarlane
Breaking
said that
news.
he's not actually releasing these figures because Ricky won't support. Fuck.
Fucking Ricky.
Thank you. Rick.
Oh, Ricky.
You suck, man.
I guess it's been a little while since I've seen this movie. I didn't realize Christopher Walken is taller than Batman here.
Believe he's pretty tall in real life.
He's a tall dude,
And Michael Keaton's not that tall.
probably like
No.
5'10", something like that.
Yeah, but he's got the bat.
He's shorter.
He's got bat lifts. He'll be all right.
But
That's
in
old.
the
Pat
in the
lips.
first Batman, Alexander Knox goes, is it true there's a 6-foot Batman on the streets or whatever? I guess maybe the crooks just thought he was 6 feet tall.
We're not getting a Chip figure. No Chip Shrek.
I don't expect so.
Oh.
Dad, go.
I would
Dad,
expect
Worst
go.
line ever.
all you're getting, like the whole wave.
Michael
Unless they
Keaton
do, like,
is
a penguin
5'9"
fighting
tall.
or something.
Is he 5'9"? Is that what you said?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was close. I got 5'10".
And
else
what's
are they
walking
doing?
there, Scott?
There's a Wonder
6'0".
Woman on the way by.
Yeah, probably not.
Walking is 6 foot.
There
Not
it is.
an exciting design.
Oh, I thought he'd be like 6'2". Oh.
Man, how tall is Michelle Pfeiffer? Because they had her damn near as tall as Batman there.
She's got heels on.
Hipster
Go
whiskey,
back a
huh?
slide, Gort.
Yep.
Who's that guy on the left? This
She's
That's true.
5'7".
Bones.
Destro.
I mean, you could probably pop the head on there; it would work. Well, okay, I remember that guy, Bones. I remember him. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, it's just a lot of Superman shit. You know, he's trying to make up for all that time making Batmans.
I had that Batman figure there in the Kenner line. Oh God,
Oh,
Ricky,
way back when.
you only make fun of my hipster whiskey because you drink that horse piss Jameson.
Whoa.
Shots fired. God
That
damn.
is-
I have
Shots
no
fired.
idea what that Superman is on the right, but that is ridiculous.
What's the caption say?
Strange Lives of Superman.
I had no idea.
I'm just not familiar with this.
Who's the guy next to
Super
him?
Lion, man.
Mr. Terrific.
Oh, okay. I wish I could read that small. Okay.
The Hawk Girl looks all right.
Hawk Girl looks all right. Yeah.
Guy Gardner never looks good.
They have
That's
a
gotta- That Superman just reeks of like a Silver Age story, just like all that goofiness
I'm
they used to do
sure.
back then.
Kite Man.
Kite Man, that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah, they're really digging it in there.
I love Kite Man.
He's got a year to get everything out, so go deep.
What the hell?
I mean, you know, Deathstroke and Beast Boy aside, this is just the D-listers, really.
Metron.
Beast Boy is pretty cool.
Oh, good. He comes with a chair at least. At least I hope he does. Metron.
Looks like, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll get him get a couple chairs on clearance.
Dark Stars. That's a good one.
More Batman.
Ooh, first costume Nightwing. That's fun. Got the
Yep.
Monarch, Stephanie Brown spoiler, and a Batman that I'm not familiar with.
Disco Robin.
What does it say under that Batman?
It said No Man's Land.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, that story. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. We got
Look at
some-
that. Look at that joint on the Killer Croc. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just the same one that was on DC, right? I mean, the
Yikes.
Mattel one.
You know, from a distance, he almost looks like Solomon Grundy.
Wait, did we
I
get
can see that, yeah.
Croc in that
Yeah.
line?
I don't know.
Man, I haven't seen the show in so long. I don't remember Jonah Hex being on that show.
Yeah, they had him in the
I gotta
flashback
rewatch that.
episode.
Okay, yeah, I gotta rewatch that.
They have like a big fight on like a zeppelin or something,
No, that makes sense. Ra's al Ghul, that's a good one.
and then he shows up again. I think in maybe it's Justice League Unlimited or something like that.
So Ricky says.
Oh, this is a
there's-
6-inch
there's-
wave.
Yeah.
There's the Croc.
Well, because they're the different scale. Because it was
Oh,
in
okay.
addition and supplementing.
I did not know that.
The
Thank
old
you.
line.
Yeah, these are just re-releases, Wolfie, of the original ones that Mattel put out.
Oh,
Yeah.
They might
Okay.
add some shell shading every once in a while, or Todd might.
I like that
but-
Gray Ghost. That's cool. It's a good episode. I like
Look,
that
we
one.
keep going down in it.
5-inch.
5-inch.
Now we're doing 5-inch. Nightwing, Deadman, Classic Cyborg, and Animal Man. So we got 6, 7, 6, 5.
What is the 5 POA figures?
Oh, this is a Superpowers line, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. This is what, 5 POA.
Well, I mean, they got like the knees and stuff.
Man, DC is dumb.
Super Friends.
6-inch Super Friends, retro articulated.
Yeah, I do like these designs, but the figures, like the articulation, like you're not gonna do anything with them. They're just gonna stand there.
Yeah,
What
look
is-
at the shoulder joint on Batman and the Riddler. Like that's
Yeah.
not gonna work very
What
well.
is
Look at-
Sinestro holding?
Well, it looks like it
Clamp?
swivels and has outward motion, maybe the way it's
Dude.
designed. It's hard to tell.
There's no
Look at
outward
Reddit.
motion in retro articulation.
That's
I
like
don't know.
Batman's
Like the
fucking
fan-
I mean,
crotch,
they got knees and elbows that you didn't really have on the old figures.
dude. If you look right at like Batman's crotch where his legs meet, there's like
Why are you doing that,
Fuck.
Willie?
no. His what I'm trying to say, there's like a large fucking rectangle where there shouldn't be.
I see that.
Avert
Goofy.
your gaze.
Retro.
Okay. Are you trying to say he should have a small rectangle?
Oh my god, Gort, you're a bully.
I mean, Batman is
Leave the
what?
back crotch alone.
He's been he's a pretty old character, man. He's got Depends going.
Yeah.
That's why he's
But
so
I,
angry all the time.
I still love the old Super
Green
Friends
Lantern
stuff.
just comes with a bat.
I'm just wondering
Yeah.
why Sinestro comes with bolt cutters. Whatever that is. That is so random.
Oh, well, what's Professor X got there?
Professor Lex Luthor?
That's Lex Luthor, buddy.
Looks like a
don't know.
chainsaw.
That looks like that handheld vacuum, maybe.
Yeah, Dustbuster.
Dustbuster. That's it.
Yeah, when he stays back at the base at
Yeah.
the Legion of Doom, he's got to clean up.
You know.
No, it's his proton pack.
Interesting.
What else we got? Oh yeah, they're doing statues.
Oh, I haven't seen
Uh,
these.
Yeah, I think the next slide's
Is it
I saw
100, 101
Marvel stuff.
Dalmatians, the Joker?
I think that was
Oh.
Emperor Joker, maybe.
I
from the
like this
storyline.
that they come this 2-pack. It comes with stands for them, and the backdrop is actually cool, like the whole
Mortal Kombat!
stage.
He better do a Toasty guy figure though. I want to see it.
Oh my god, that should be a little
Toasty!
cutout for this.
Yeah.
Should just come with it.
You know the best thing that came out of that
Yeah, this we've seen.
What, Scott?
that movie back in the day
What's that?
was the fucking song.
The whole soundtrack was good.
Whoa,
Don't
who's
play that
playing
on the
music?
air.
Who's playing music?
Yeah, you got to turn that off.
Spider-Man statue.
Free your mind.
This thing looks cool.
This is such a.
I'm curious how these might actually come out in person, and then what the price point is on these. Again, stuff like Iron Studios, and
They're like $30 or
competition.
$40, I think.
Yeah.
I think I saw the Captain America one. It wasn't I wasn't shocked by the price. I can't remember what it was offhand, but it was. And they had the Spider-Man one too. Not that one. I think Black Suit Spider-Man, but it wasn't expensive.
Because these look okay at a glance.
Yeah, they're fine.
I mean, I'm not about statue life, but I mean, if you want something for your desk or something,
yeah,
for sure.
Esteban says statues range from $27 to $39.
Yeah, not bad.
That's fine.
Yeah, they look great. I mean, for what they are.
Yeah.
Aren't these all? I don't know. From this vantage point, they don't look. They look. They don't look like they're the actual statues.
Looks like cardboard.
They're renders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that Iron Man. Small resin statue. Is he doing another?
I think it's funny that
Kickstarter
that
for
has
Spawn?
it has a base in there. But what do you need that for with that cape?
Yeah.
What would you say, Wolfie?
Is he doing another Kickstarter for a Spawn thing again? Did I see that somewhere?
I don't know.
I saw something along those lines too. It kind of came off to me like it was a it was just like a
Medieval Spawn?
retro look or whatever at like a look back at the Kickstarter. Isn't that the one that got Ricky all pissed off forever and a day and has him cutting his nose off to spite his face?
I mean,
Well,
it's
keep
a
your eye
fair
on the
reason.
chat. He might tell the story again.
Tailless with the tail.
Oh, I see. One's on fire there. GameStop one.
Oh, GameStop! Get them before GameStop closes forever.
I don't have one in my
More of
area.
a-
They all closed.
They've been
I
going
have
out of
one
business for
400
10
feet
years.
from me.
The blonde was definitely not one of the best things about that movie, Ricky. Sorry.
These are these little tiny page puncher things. I don't like these designs at all.
They're cute.
It's not the worst looking stuff. I'm a fan of it. This looks
They're
Is
strange.
that what this is?
look
Page
kinda-
punchers?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like 6-inch or 5-inch.
Because I remember them
7-inch.
first announcing it because they had shown off just the Leo, I think, to start with.
They
And they had
almost
like
look-
alternate hands and feet, I think, for posing and weapon pieces and things. But there's not a lot of articulation on them, I don't think. I'm not sure. Like it
They
looks like
almost
there's
look-
cuts there maybe for the elbows. I don't know.
I thought it looked like it had elbow articulation.
Yeah.
Not much. It won't be much.
Big Papa says yes. His new Kickstarter for Medieval Spawn goes live soon.
No.
But
Mega
yeah,
skip.
there's a lot of good variants there from Todd.
Yeah, not the usual Batman heavy stuff he's known for.
Yeah.
Got some good stuff in there. Definitely
one
some
new
deep
left.
cuts.
Can't hold anything back.
Yeah. That's cool. Anyone in on the Mondo stuff they showed today?
God, it makes me wanna be.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a Motu fan. You know, I just want to know somebody who collects it so I can go look at it. You know?
You go to Matt B's house in Detroit.
Didn't,
Maybe it's worth a
doesn't
trip.
Him
Chan
and
and
Leon.
JD collect the Mondo stuff?
I don't know. I don't know if they're keeping up with it.
I don't
There's a
wanna
lot
say,
out
I want to
there.
say
I
no.
think they're like $2 or $2.20 a piece.
They're up to 250.
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff.
pricey.
Yeah, they're yeah, especially those Ghostbuster ones. I don't think are worth $200.
No,
But it's the only ones you'll ever get.
this is true. Well, we think, right?
You never know.
I mean, the best thing that they're doing are putting out those ghosts with everything.
Yeah.
Like the Boogeyman, the Sam Hain. Now they just showed with the Winston. There's the Sandman and the little Rosebud guy.
Yeah, I wish you could
No,
buy the ghosts separately, but they're making you buy
Just
everything.
like
Oh, I would-
Super
I would
7
buy
is
the
the only
Ghost
chance
without
you'll ever
them.
get a Thundercats, right? It's like no one's gonna
Yeah.
make that shit.
E Prime, what's up, dude?
What's up, people?
How you feeling?
Better? I'm alright. I'll be alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all right? What's new?
It's Friday.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. The problem with those Ghostbusters is 200 a piece, and then you're buying 4 sets. you know, you're dropping 800 there. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
four,
it's
it's four
a hard
figures,
one.
and it is the couple ghosts, and it's nice, but I
Yeah,
feel like that's a lot of money for not a whole lot.
I'll tell
You
you
guys
what, though,
talking
that
about the WonderCon reveals today?
Yeah.
that Manny Faces looks amazing.
Well, Mondo makes
Yeah.
Manny
good
face.
looking 1/6 scale figures.
Just never thought I'd see a 1/6 scale Manny Faces figure. That's just like what a time to
Do
be
you see
alive.
the clawful and the other ones that you could have?
Oh, those are for 2000X.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Those were
Yeah,
the
I saw the.
2000X pictures?
Yeah, who's got those pictures?
Yeah, I saw the He-Man, the prototype. Looked good, but
I did not see. All I saw was those two things.
I'll pull it
Manny
up.
Faces and Swiftwind.
yeah, kind of aggravates me.
So this is the 2000 He-Man.
Looks pretty nice.
Yeah,
6
Yeah,
inches.
no, look
That's
good.
that's like what, $100 probably, like everything else.
Nah, it'll probably be
Probably.
like 50.
You think?
I think so.
I mean, I think I would say that's what it probably should cost, but depends on what kind of shit they're giving you with it and all that. Like 50, 60 would be reasonable.
Yeah, maybe 60.
I know there's
Who's putting this out
definitely
again?
Mondo.
This is Mondo's first trip into 6-inch figures.
Oh.
Well, second trip because
Second
trip.
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
All right, so you get
Then
two
you got
heads.
And they haven't.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters hasn't been
Heads and
released
stuff.
yet, though, right?
No, but they're on their
Sword.
way. I think.
Huh.
Actually, here's some-
Yeah, no, I mean, at 50, maybe 60, I might.
Depends on what kind of deal they got with
Yeah.
Mattel, I guess.
What do you think of the head sculpts? Because people usually they're pretty critical of He-Man head sculpts.
Can you go back to where we can?
Hey, my pizza's here. I'll be back.
All right.
He's got two hard pooping faces.
Like he's a little less angular than the cartoon was. but
Yeah, I mean,
It
it's not
looked-
too
It's
2000.
definitely
I
the
mean, I like
design.
these head sculpts. I mean, if I was in the He-Man, I would.
Well, the
Yeah,
nice
give
thing
me a-
about Mondo is they're not slavish to accuracy, right? They
Yeah.
do their own take. Unless, of
Yeah,
course, it's
I'm
animated series
happy for that.
Batman. But
And it comes with a neutral face, which every figure should have a neutral face sculpt. So
Yeah.
it's nice.
Is that a rule?
It's my
I
rule.
can't even remember what.
Do you have the other pictures, Gord?
Yeah, give me a second.
Because 2000X He-Man, didn't he look young? Or am I just confusing him with the Atom from that show?
I think you might be confusing him with the Atom. Yeah, it looks good. It's good. Good first attempt, I guess.
I wish, it's funny. I look at Mondo, right, and here, they're making for their 1/6 scale line. You have a Sky Sled, you have Battle Cat, you have Panther, you got a Swiftwind, but Masterverse is not doing it for 6-inch figures.
No, he looked super young in the show, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Chitara comes with a burble. That's fun.
Did she?
Yeah, go back, Gord. If you
Well, I
don't
didn't
mind.
even see they teased Chitara. I saw the.
Oh yeah, she on to the purple. Is that a baby Lion-O?
Looks
What?
like it.
How the hell are they? That's not how you spell Chitara, is it?
Can't
I don't
see
think
it.
so. I don't think there's an H.
No, there's no H on Chitara. What's up, Mike V?
Hire me to prove
There is
your
now.
slides.
That's cool. What's this?
Just sculpt work on the Mumra.
Okay.
They had that piece actually out on the floor.
That mummer
That-
looks a bit
That's a
extra.
good looking piece.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm skipping him because I could pull up the actual
Yeah.
pictures for that. Just wanted to get to the
That dog
Aw,
is
Mike.
cool.
the other
Yeah,
stuff
it's a
that they're
shame
doing.
he's not articulated though.
Oh, is he a static piece?
Yeah, if you look at the pictures from that were on display, there was not a single.
Was Snarf
joint.
Stain?
No, he was just a he was
There we
just a
go.
static thing
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Looks like this will come with more heads. They got a long hair one in there.
Lots of
Yeah,
hands.
they got a lot of.
Hands,
So Mondo
more
gives you
weapons.
a lot of fucking accessories.
I see the classic sword in there.
Again,
Huh.
maybe too many accessories sometimes.
Yep.
because then it just ups the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
got
got the Skeletor.
bunch of swords, 2 staffs.
Well, remember, I mean, they're appealing to a different kind of collector, not those like
Mhm.
bathtub
Yeah.
toys you get in Target. You know.
I need to see the price to see if I'm in or not.
I mean, you could almost take whatever they're charging for the 12-inch, cut that in half, and probably expect that is what this will be.
Yeah, but then you're looking at over $100.
Yeah.
Well, aren't
look
the
at
Ghostbusters
Way
figures
over
$100 a piece?
$100. We're looking at 125 a figure, and I'm not paying 125 a figure. That's just no.
For all those accessories, you're
Well, I
probably
mean, think about it. It's half the price of their 1/6 scale.
well, that
Yeah,
Man at
that would
Arms
be
looks
like
kind
125.
of cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, hey,
Man-at-Arms.
Figure Arts isn't doing He-Man, we'll do it. It should be interesting to see what kind of like articulation they throw in there and stuff, because
I'm not
Mondo's really
digging
more
that
about the
armor
sculpts.
design.
Are these
Like, why do you have
single
one?
jointed or double jointed? I think they're
I don't
double,
know.
right?
I don't know. Well,
So
let's
no-
look at that prototype
They've
He-Man
had-
that was out.
If you look at that He-Man, it looked like
I'll
it
pull
had
it
a
back
double
up in a sec.
elbow, at the
Okay.
very least.
Oh, there's Clawful. Okay, I didn't see
Yeah,
this one.
okay. I didn't,
It's just awful. Awful.
Well, I
That looks
mean,
cool.
they're certainly looking like they're going all in.
And they
Yep.
gave you display bases too?
Yeah.
Fun.
oh, I mean, if they're doing
And then
anything
they just tease other stuff.
like they do with their their 1/6 scale, they go pretty deep.
Oh, look at that.
Mmm.
1/6
expecting
scale.
Yeah, to dive in, go with the Batman stuff.
So they can make really big, very plain-looking Superman
Yeah.
figures.
Yeah, I'm not sure it lends itself to that.
I mean, the
I don't
Batman stuff
disagree.
looks great. So,
Yeah, I just wonder if people are going to spend 120, 100, 120, 125 on a 12-inch figure from Mondo.
people
pretty-
might do it.
20.
People are hungry for 2000X.
I mean, we'll see, right? I mean,
So he's definitely got double joints.
yeah, double knees.
Okay, so he's not like the
Double
Ghostbusters
elbows.
figures.
Yeah, but with that sculpt, you might not still get a lot of bend out of those elbows.
That's fair.
I mean, if you get more than 90, I guess you're winning.
might-
This is
yeah.
also 3D printed, so
Well, if it
I
gets them
mean-
at least 90, that's still a win too, I guess.
Well,
Depends on
I
who you
mean-
ask.
This is 1/12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if they want to preserve their sculpt and go with a single hinge, you might get Super 7 articulation out of it. So,
Looks nice.
Gort, do you have any of the Manny faces?
Yeah.
hey, what's that pouch he keeps on his crotch? Did you see
I don't
that?
know.
What was that?
I don't remember it. I have to go back and watch, but I don't remember it.
Oh, he does have it in the show. I see it here.
Yeah, I noticed it today just because of the sculpt here, but
It's where he keeps his condoms.
apparently how it's been.
Maybe. Dude, I wonder. Anybody watch the show? Knows what he keeps in there?
no.
Oh, it's been forever.
Never know when him and T-Rod's going to get busy.
Jay says we spend $100 on Mayfix, $120 on Mondo. That's
There you go.
Fair.
Exactly, Jay. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's fair.
but
That's a
the
good point, Jay.
difference is Marvel and Batman and Star Wars and other things that Mayfix does are a lot more popular than He-Man is. So
They
Maybe
do
I'm
it
they're
just
gonna
better.
make-
curious. Like
Maybe
I'm
they're making
hoping.
it popular.
I don't think it's only about the popularity. It's also what are the other options. And when you look at the Marvel Legends versus the Mayfix, like there is a similarity to what's being offered, but a
Mhm.
Mayfix does give you a lot more than your standard Marvel Legends. You get better articulation, you have a tighter sculpt, you have more pieces, parts, and stuff in general. So you are buying something premium. And I'm not going to say Mondo's not doing that, but something like the Ghostbusters that are very plain figures that have single point articulation, despite these large ghost figures and things that they come with, it's not different than buying like NECA stuff that are $35 a piece. They're deluxe figures. Or if you spend like 50, 55 on those Turtle 2-packs, like some of those are beefy units. The like the Rock Soldiers, those are big giant figures. And
Burgess, I thought you were
it's
coming
not.
in to hang out with us tonight.
He's not welcome.
So
Doors are open. He knows where it
he
is.
mentioned, I don't know, a week or two ago, he said something about the fact that He-Man was the best-selling line, like the highest grossing line of the 80s.
That's
And,
not no.
Of its
said that?
year.
Don't
Who
put
said
words
that?
in my mouth.
What you made a statement.
The years that
About
He-Man
it.
came out, those 2 years, like those first 2-3 years, they were the bigger toy line of their years. Not of the whole 80s, no. Not of the entire 80s.
Oh yeah, they came out.
We're
of the
talking
gate
launch
strong.
year.
Well,
year
they
2,
had
year
like
3.
you said like something. It was like over. I don't know. It was a lot, and I checked it, and you were right.
Yeah, it was huge.
Whatever statement you made, it was correct. Like it outsold Transformers.
Yeah, but it doesn't have. He-Man never had the staying power of Transformers because they didn't know how to keep reinventing themselves. That is where Transformers separated themselves from all of the other 80s properties to continuously, successfully reboot themselves for
Yeah.
generation after generation, show after show, Beast Wars, all the other ones, even the ones we don't like, Armada and all that. But they still kept doing it, and it kept the line relevant enough to stay alive.
Yep.
Well, they weren't
He-Man
afraid
was
to
never
make
able to do
fundamental
that.
changes.
I mean, the only other one past Transformers to do that was Turtles. And
Yep.
like everything else might have tried, but it didn't take the same way. G.I. Joe tried with things, but then they put out something like Sigma 6, and it's just a complete failure.
Yeah, they
I'm
tried
sorry, Scott.
G.I.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
So
I
what?
just
What
don't
is?
know if you had more.
What is that
my
head?
literally where I was going with that
Which
was going to
head?
ask you why you thought it
The little
was that they don't have the same popularity today, and you answered it without me asking. So
Well, part of it was when He-Man ended and they followed it up with New Adventures. New Adventures was god fucking awful.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
It was god awful. And then it died. He-Man toys had a problem also in the 80s where the kids who came in like a couple years a little later after it came out, you couldn't get a He-Man anymore. You couldn't get a Skeletor anymore, right?
Are they giving that many faces 4 faces?
Yeah,
I
scroll
guess
back.
it's 6 because there's
What-
3 on each of those, right?
Oh, so you switch
And
them
what
out.
is
like-
what is that head
it-
sitting there?
In
Or
the
you-
rotation thing, because that's not the robot head face, right?
Will you like
Back
swap
more,
them
one
out?
more.
Maybe.
Go back one more.
Yeah, most likely.
No. Manny face is typically on the swivel thing. He's got 3, right?
Right, you spin them, but
And
maybe you can switch those
there's
out.
4. There's 4 on this.
Well,
Maybe.
the Masterverse
I'm
actually.
not crazy, right?
No, I think there's at least 4 on this head sculpt. They gave extra head sculpts. I mean, like you said, they're not slaves to accuracy.
But that one head is just by itself. Is that like what he looked like without it, the helmet on?
Beforehand,
I
I
think
guess.
so.
Okay,
But
that's it. That's interesting.
But this face we're looking at here, like the one that looks like a robot skeleton pirate beard guy, that's not the original
No,
robot face.
no,
right?
it's
No,
not.
I don't think so.
But they've had other alternate designs for him before,
Oh, they have.
like alternate robot, alternate like human face, and then
That's
I've seen a
interesting.
skull for him.
Yeah, like
before.
even the classics figure and the new Eternia figure came with like different faces on it. Like
Oh,
just
it
you can
did?
put in there. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just a casual.
No, it's okay. We're here to teach.
one could say he had many faces.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
So the Masterverse has 3 heads that you can rotate. And then he comes with,
swap out faces.
yeah, I'm opening up
Like
the
you
case
take
now.
you could take the faces off and then create. You
Okay,
can
yeah.
you can change the set of 3 to whatever you want.
Can
it to
you
be
go?
with
Can you
6
go back
I love that figure.
to the Manny faces real quick?
Yeah.
There was a head that you guys were talking about that looked like a pirate or a mustache or something?
No, the guy that one right there. That's
On the left.
that's a pirate. No, that robot skull thing. That's a pirate beard looking guy. I don't know what that is. Looks
That
like a
might be the robot.
pirate.
No,
Well-
that's
well-
not. I mean, it's not the classic robot. It's just the alternate design. It's just
What's
Like
extra-
that?
Walt. How you doing?
What's that? That's the robot face next to the monster face in the
Yeah.
other in the other one.
Yeah, no, they got some. They have some extra faces in there.
What if they give you like 8 faces and there's 2 spindles that you just interchange inside the thing or something? That'd be wild.
I mean, based on the pictures here, I expect
I
they're
don't know how you
just
do
putting
that.
4 faces on 2 things, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know about swapping them around. Maybe they will let you, create your own mix with 2 separate sets, and all the faces come out. But it would have been nice if they laid them out so you could see it all.
Yeah.
Now we're left wondering what the fuck's on the other side.
There you go. I'm feeling pretty tired. I'm
Or
heading to
is
bed.
it?
See you, Will.
See you around.
I don't know.
Sorry about that.
All right, jumping over to this guy.
Somebody's got to take pictures of the back of the display.
Yeah, it might
Sure,
be out
more-
there.
More will come out tomorrow.
It looks good. Mumra looks
That
good.
looks good.
Like, this is where, when you're spending the big bucks with Mondo, I think you're definitely getting your value.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to. I don't hate those Ghostbuster offerings. I just think they're asking way too much for what they're actually providing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like you see, like this looks like a static figure,
It
unfortunately.
is.
And-
I thought it was like a big dog, but it's just like a small.
Can you zoom in on his front shoulder there?
Who?
It ain't
Mama.
there.
On the dog?
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't see it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, there's
it's not
nothing
letting
there.
No.
You'd have
It's a
to
really
open,
good sculpt.
open image in new tab, and then you can zoom. There you go.
I mean, it's a nice sculpt.
No, there's
Oh, it
no-
looks beautiful, but
Yeah.
I mean,
God, yeah. Well, this isn't
Bigger
GI Joe
corners
where you
are
get
special.
articulate
yeah,
animals.
that's very true.
He's an accessory.
I like
That's
that.
wild,
That's a
whatever
nice
that
head
is.
sculpt, man.
Oh, and look at that other one. That's like a scaly,
Little rock.
broken face.
Dude.
I like that one.
Yeah, I don't know if that's from anything or where it's from.
looks like a.
I'm pretty
blue
sure
thing.
it's from something.
This whole thing just looks great.
That's the golden dog face guy from Power Rangers right there. That's what was his name?
Goldar?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh man, that looks so good.
How could you have ever forgotten?
Right.
Goldar.
Yeah, look at that like scaly, broken up one.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
an
face I'm using.
interesting look.
Yeah, I don't know what that's from. There's definitely a reference to that somewhere.
Is anybody in on this?
Yeah, I am.
No, I just like looking at it.
I've got Lino. He's great. I'm getting the 4 main guys and Mumra, and then I'm calling it quits. If they go deeper, I'm not going any deeper with them.
So you're gonna get the Chitara, the Panthro,
Tigra.
and Tigra.
Yep.
Not
Getting the
Kit
ki-
and Cat.
You're not getting the kids?
Nah, fuck them kids.
It's fair.
Unless they'd have to make them look really, really cool. But
What about? I mean, I know you say you stop at a Mumra, but imagine what they do with the mutants. What they're gonna look like.
All right, just stop. All right. It's not so. Look.
Will they go with your cat's lair?
Yes, in some way or fashion. But there's only so much room around that cat's lair.
Hey, man, you know that's why they build totes.
No. I'm not putting these in a tote. That's great.
No, you put your other shit in a tote so that you can display these.
Oh, I see.
Did you have any broken parts on your cat's lair, Brian?
Nope. I came out unscathed. My box was a little damaged. I might hit him up to get a new box, since the box is so pretty, but we'll see.
That's good.
But I kind of wish it was broken. Did you see, like, 25% like refund, and sometimes I saw one or they and we'll get replacement parts to you later. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, it's not too late to break it yourself and claim they did it.
That's just wrong.
Dishonesty. No, we don't promote that shit here. Huh. Yeah, lots of cool stuff today. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Very He-Man and DC heavy.
Well,
Yeah, well, this
this
is
is all who showed
WonderCon, right?
anything,
Like,
really.
WonderCon doesn't have. I don't think Hasbro goes to that, right? And
No, I don't think so.
So,
No, I don't
like,
think so.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some smaller companies with some news that pops up too.
Yeah, and it's out there in Cali, right? So like,
Yeah.
you know, McFarlane and Mondo are all local. To
Maybe
there.
Ace will show up with a convention exclusive, like a Mary Kay 18 van.
A Mary Kay 18. That'd be something. Huh. What does everyone think about this new Prime, MPG Prime?
I heard there's a new one. I think I saw a picture of it. Looks pretty cool. I'm kind of curious how big it is.
That's
Who
what I'm
Prime?
wondering, the scale.
MPG 17 Optimus
Oh.
Prime. I mean, it just what does it do new? Like it just
What has any Prime done that's new?
Well,
Point.
okay, and then he says lately because he knew he was wrong.
No. I'm making sure you say it right.
I mean, it just doesn't look like anything. You know, I'm not sure, but hey, I'm sure there's somebody out there who's going to buy it. So
Before
for
you
them.
guys get too deep, so you see this comment by Esteban,
Yes.
right? So what if Brink they made them like this?
Yeah, that's a bit of a departure.
They made them sexy.
So, I don't think so.
This
What's
is
my rod doing?
from
Oh Jesus!
another. Another
I remember
comic
this.
run.
There was controversy about this,
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
there?
it was pretty
Yeah,
bad.
they're
Yeah,
looking
it's
at
pretty. I almost say bad's not the word. It's pretty adult what happened in this comic book run. But yeah, what if they make them older teens like that? Brink, would you go with?
No.
That wouldn't feel right. I don't know. I just couldn't do it.
No, but nice to know that they hired a pedo to do this comic book.
I mean, look, the first episode of
I bet he was a
Thundercats,
furry.
They were all
Yeah,
naked,
probably.
so I mean, there's precedence there.
Esteban, to answer your question, I think 12 of them were that that trained boss that did two different sets of those. That's why there's 17 already.
Lusky.
Lusky.
It's something.
I like the wheels outside the legs. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, I like some of the choices they made stylistically. I like they didn't do Ultra Tune.
It's just the
I'm interested to see where they're going.
design again. That's all.
Speaking of,
it's got a lot of MP10 kind of feels
Yeah.
to it,
Yeah.
like this sculpt on the thighs and stuff
Toyetic.
like that, and even in the waist.
It looks like whatever the
call
scale is.
MP10 toyetic because it didn't look like the damn toy.
No, but I mean the design cues were borrowed from the toy more than the cartoon easily. It's just filled in without funny shaped arms and stuff. Like they got them proper blocky or whatever. But like this new MPG, I don't care what scale any of that kind of thing is. It just looks like a toyetic Prime. It looks cool. I think I always enjoyed the more real world look to all these things in the first place before it all went.
Is that what you
tuned.
mean by toyetic, real world look?
No, toyetic is following the design cues that were in the original product line, like the actual.
It doesn't look
diaphragm
like
toy.
this. Oh, sorry, not that one.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like this.
Brian, don't take it so literal.
Toyetic refer to the playability. Like
I know you know what I mean.
I think that has something to do with it.
I don't think I do. I don't listen to Gort talk about Transformers much.
So if you have the mix of, let's add real world realism, realism to these toyetic designs, and there's not a lot of tune that was going on in the original Masterpiece line. That's all I mean. This looks like it's going back to basics, but with an updated take on what that realism is.
So yeah, more realistic.
Yeah.
Not really toyetic.
Well, the tires on the outside of the legs, that kind of stuff. This is
You
toy
say tomato,
design.
I say tomato.
Like that's what I'm saying.
I still
I'm not.
Still
It's
think you're
not
using the wrong
slavish to the
words.
toy. Like I'm not.
Okay.
I don't mean it that way. I just mean it's borrowing the design cues from the toy while creating a real design without turning it into something that's a Bayformer.
Okay,
Without going
so
no detail and
it's
becoming full
it's choosing
cartoon.
design cues from the toy as opposed to design cues from the show.
Yes. Yeah.
All right,
Exactly.
in that case, I'll go ahead and allow this. Sounds good.
Oh wow!
Speaking of wheels, somebody mentioned wheels. This is it MMC that put out the video on the whole expanding wheel thing?
Yeah, I think it is.
So it's a cool little gimmick, but my question is, what's it for? What's the purpose?
Wait, hold on, real quick to satisfy Esteban's comment. Look, here's another one. Here's another one here, and then here's another one here. How many is that? Is that 6? Oh wait, here we go. Here's Dr. Wu. That
That's
counts 6.
6.
There you
That's
go,
6.
buddy. Just for
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Sorry, Scott. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're
Good.
good.
I don't know. Is it like a real? They don't do that in the real world? Tires expand, so I don't know. It's a good question.
Oh, what was the question?
Did you
The
see
whole-
them? Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, it was your thing. Go ahead.
MMC put out a video, and it shows them spinning a wheel on a Constructicon. I'm assuming it's Scrapper, given the back end of it. But anyway, the wheel, and then they pull on the wheel, and the whole wheel expands out. It like grows in size, like mass shifting.
Okay.
Really?
All right, now I gotta find it because
Yeah. Let's look at that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wonder if maybe that the expanding's for like the vehicle mode, and then when you put it in robot mode, it's just supposed to slim down, or I don't know. That's a weird thing, though. It's interesting though because no one's ever done that.
Here, Esteban, 7, 8, 9. There you go. I think that's all I have. 10.
Do you sit there and play with these when you're making spreadsheets?
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
too.
dude, you got to surround yourself with excellence. You want to be excellent.
Here, here.
That's why I have this California raisin sitting here too.
I think I had that California raisin. Way back when.
So we're just waiting for Scott to find this video. Is that right?
I think so. Was it in a group chat?
I thought it was like Dime Chalk or TM Reviews, but I'm
Trying to help you
slinging
find it.
some.
Thank you.
Yeah. Here we are. Here we are.
Found it?
Here we are. Right. Let's see. Share screen. Chrome tab. Facebook. There we go.
Oh, cool.
Right?
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I'm sitting here going like, oh, what's the point? Like, are they trying to represent mass shifting? And if so, I'm like, if that's on, it's an MMC, which
That could,
it looks like one of the Constructicons. I don't know who Deletus is, but
That's the name of the figure, probably.
it gets bigger in combined mode.
you think?
I think because it looks more like a wheel there.
No, I mean it looks like that it would be bigger for the vehicle mode. I would expect.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
The
don't know.
construction vehicles have big
Cool,
tires.
though. That's clever.
Let's see what our fellow fans have to say about this.
I'll always go to the comments.
Look at that. The people are gonna buy this shit just to play with that wheel.
Right? I'm not even none of these things. I want to check it out.
Yeah.
There's
crazy.
children's toys that do this, you know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Shush.
Yeah. Stop.
That's wild.
Interesting.
And then that new Kong Toys Insecticon.
Oh, the Gundam,
Yeah.
the purple Gundam.
Yeah.
So yeah, the name of Scrapper is Deletus. That's what they named the figure.
Deletus.
Okay. So yeah, it was Scrapper. The back end looked like Scrapper. So thank you for confirming.
Yeah, I saw that that Insecticon. That looked interesting.
And
I mean, clearly they must have enough people buying their shit that they're feeling bullish about.
Yeah, I mean they wouldn't make it if no one was buying it, right?
Yeah.
And looking at pictures of the renders of alt mode and bot mode, the tires look big. So maybe they shrink them down for.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if one was for one mode and the other is for the other.
I mean, you're probably right.
It's the only thing that makes sense to me.
So I think from a Toon aesthetic, his tires do not show in bot mode.
Not on his shoulders, but
Yeah.
actually, you're right. I don't even know if they do in.
No,
Oh,
I don't
I
think
know.
they do. Didn't the X Transwad one give you the option of swapping?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, you can either do whatever you want.
Okay. His tires do show on the legs. That part, that actual area is his legs too. So I guess maybe they're trying to make the tires seem bigger in bot mode. I don't know, man.
Why would you
I need
bother?
more information.
I mean, whatever it is, it's something fun and different.
It is. That
It's
it
cool.
is.
I just don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze on that.
Well, I don't think that kind of thing alone is going to make people buy that.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, they didn't have to do it at all, and it wouldn't change anybody's buying decisions.
My toy world didn't have expanding tires. I'm selling that shit.
Okay, okay, guys. So in the combined mode for MMC, in Scrapper in the leg, the tires are like inside the leg, so they probably shrink them down so they can put them inside the. Here, let me show.
Okay. Good detective work going on here.
I used to do this. I used to be a robot news guy, so
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I might have heard that
back in the
about that.
day. But yeah, you see that there.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, boo.
Scrapper's
Right
leg.
there.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe
Yeah.
shrink them down. to make them
Maybe
bigger.
that's it.
Yeah,
Cool if they do. That's fun.
I guess maybe they'll just shrink them down in here too. Neat.
Hmm.
Wasn't
Oh.
expecting that.
Yeah.
Oh, good on her for trying something new.
I mean, it's cool. It's definitely I like it. It's like I don't know if that's really worth the effort.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
And he's back.
Did I miss anything? No, I doubt it.
Talking about tires.
Tires, okay.
Expanding tires on that
Steel belted radios.
yeah.
I think this is the wrong show to be talking about that stuff, but
They were robot
Well-
tires. It's okay.
It was on a Transformer. Any word on when they're gonna start letting people order these?
You can pre-order them on Show Z right now.
Yeah. But like, that's that dollar thing I saw, so you don't even know how much they are.
That's correct. But actually, I think. Hold on a second. I think I actually have a price on them on the first one. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't think they haven't shown any in like official like finished robot mode, have they? Oh. They keep showing the combiner, the unfinished combiner.
You know, with it being all in one, I wonder where are they gonna hide those forearms? Where are they gonna go?
What's up, Ricky?
Hey,
Ricky Ticky.
Oh, you missed the McFarlane segment.
I didn't miss shit. I was in the chat squad.
No.
Yeah, he was there.
He
Being
wasn't
our
missing
Scotty
it.
cheerleader.
Yeah, talking about how awesome and great he is.
Glad to see you're not at work
Yeah, me too.
on a Friday night.
I literally worked from 5 a.m. to like 7 p.m.
Yikes.
And then
Make
I had
that
to rush
money.
over. Isaac had all-star tryouts tonight. So I was mad because I got stuck at work. I wasn't going to be able to go to the tryouts, but I rushed over and caught the tail end of it at least.
That's good.
You know, in this MMC, they're even showing like where you can store the guns. You know, I might buy this just to mess with it and then sell it.
I am an anti-fan of all-in-one combiners.
I just want to play with it.
I just wanted to look where it's supposed to look.
It makes no difference to me whatsoever, all in one or not, as long as it fucking works.
My thing is you always have to sacrifice how the bot mode looks for the all-in-one gimmick.
Well, for one, usually for me personally, I don't buy combiners for individual bot modes. I buy combiners to be a combiner. So as long as the combiner looks good, I don't give a shit about the rest.
Yeah.
I think that
I like both.
for Devastator, they have the opportunity to make less sacrifices because you've got 2 bots making up the torso instead of just 1.
Yeah, but like look what like the fans toys one where they made it fucking wide as shit so you could tuck the fist inside of them for no goddamn reason.
Well, that's fans toys,
and that's not even, and they're not even all in one. That was the stupidest thing. Is they're not even an all in one combiner, and they still did that.
They're making mistakes.
I didn't care for that choice.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
hear that,
how
fans
will
toys?
the combiner look is the question, at least for me.
The fucking combiner looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, but to me, the combiner parts always makes for a sturdier build. Like at the end of the day,
And it looks the way you want it to look.
yeah, I'll go pick up my Toy World
mean?
Devastator right now and shake it.
It looks the way you want it to look. What does that mean?
It means when it's parts forming, it has all the parts where you want it, all the bits where you want it. And
yeah, they don't have to make sacrifices to make it fit into the bots.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So usually, if the sacrifice is too great, they just change the design a little bit to make it easier.
Right.
You know.
Shove that square peg in that round hole.
Yeah. I've been trying for years, Eric. I've been trying.
Yeah, I was looking closely when you guys did the show Tuesday that Fans Toys Long Haul. He's got a lot of stuff on his backpack. Like I have a feeling he is gonna make up the whole pants, like the thighs and stuff for Fans Toys.
Yeah, those slides were great for comparison purposes.
And in bot mode, he's got a lot of stuff going on back there. So
there's a lot of junk in the trunk.
Yeah. It just seems so odd to me. Like, do you think the designers just feel like they want the challenge to figure it out without the parts forming? Because parts forming has proved to be like the way to go.
I think they wanted a gimmick, like some sort of gimmick. Like they wanted to like set themselves apart. And I understand that. I mean, that makes sense. I just don't. I mean, if it looks good, it looks good. If you
Well, for
like it,
MMC, I understand the gimmick, but for Fans Toys, I don't. Like, just
No, it didn't make
parts
any
forming
sense. The
pants
choice they made
in
there.
there.
Yeah. I think now that Ricky's here, though, we should probably revisit the Batman Returns slide.
Penguins.
Ricky, if you're talking, we can't hear you. I think your microphone's on.
What a
something.
terrible time for that to happen.
No. We'll get there.
Ricky, just move your mouth and we'll talk for you.
Yeah. There you go. Using sign language. Saying we're number one.
Yeah, let me try something quick.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
can.
There it is.
All right.
I turned them off an hour
So-
ago. It always works.
No, for some reason
plug it back in.
my phone bumped the Bluetooth and reverted to default.
Okay.
So you're buying a whole squad of those penguins, right?
If they weren't by McFarlane, I would.
I could send you some Hasbro stickers to put on the box.
I'll tell you what you do is you buy them from McFarlane, and I'll just buy them from you. I'll treat him like I do his Batmobiles. I'll just buy them secondhand from somebody else so he doesn't get my money.
Hey, man, you do those mental gymnastics.
I don't need to justify myself to you. But what I was trying to say when my microphone wasn't working is I've never understood how militantly argumentative people get about the all-in-one versus parts forming, because parts forming has been there since day one. G1 Devastator was a parts former, so that just completely
some people just like the engineering.
Technically, they all were parts formers.
Yeah.
But you had to put on
the head,
you had to put
and
on
the
the
head.
feet. So in the end, they're all kind of parts formers.
Well, it
But
wasn't
like I said,
exactly-
I don't care.
It wasn't exactly exclusive to the combiners either. Plenty.
Yeah,
plenty
it's
of
true.
stuff
Ultra Magnus.
Plug in.
Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime.
Optimus
Yeah,
Hands,
Optimus Prime. Right off the bat. Yeah.
How about
Cow
let's just
Master
say
Optimus Prime.
the entire first 2 years of that line? What are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the engineering aspect of all in one. I think that it's cool that somebody took all that time to make it happen. But to me, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze at the end of the day. Too many sacrifices are made, and they don't ever turn out to be as sturdy as parts formers.
No, I'm 100% with you.
Well,
See,
hold on now.
That's
Hold
for
on
me.
now.
That's the key.
Wait.
If it's sturdy, I don't care.
Now,
Hold the phone.
the chug of olds, third party and Hasbro alike, not the sturdiest, but
Okay.
we have the MMC Bruticus in hand. How sturdy is that?
The MMC Bruticus was their first foray, and it was not sturdy.
Oh, it
Oh,
wasn't.
okay.
But
Oh.
their
So here comes the-
Defensor, which is their second, is actually a much better combiner figure.
Cool. So they're batting 50%. All my parts forming combiners work great. So they're batting 100%.
Listen, they branched out, tried something new, and
It didn't work, and they just kept doing it. Got it.
And it worked the second time.
Mhm.
So
hopefully it'll
what
work
they
the
do for
third time.
one. You learn. You know.
Like I said, I like the concept of it. I just don't ever think it's, and they always seem to be shorter for some reason. I don't know how that works out. Like, you're adding more into it. How does it end up smaller? Like, I don't get that.
Well,
No,
parts
no.
forming is smaller?
No, the all-in-ones.
Well, that makes sense that they're shorter.
You think so?
Yeah, because the parts forming, like, you add the
I
whole
got you.
thighs in.
The thighs. Yeah, true. I didn't think that through. You're right. Well, you think they would be trying to account for that with making the all-in-ones?
Well, one of the nice things about the parts forming too is like those heavy duty ratcheted hips and
Yep.
knees that you need. Like otherwise you gotta put that in the figure itself. And as you mentioned, figures of yesteryear. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
a regular size bot's hips don't really support the weight of a combiner size hips or
Yep.
weighted hips or whatever.
Say what you will about those Zeta bots individually. Their combiner, their Superion was fucking great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll right now. I will pick up my Zeta Superion and shake it. I bet you a lot of fans toy Superions won't get picking up and shaking,
Oh, that
and
was
they even
Zeta,
use
wasn't
parts
it?
for them. Mhm.
Dude, don't get Eric B in here. He'll shake it. He'll come in and shake it.
And I'll sit here and laugh as it falls apart, and he has to spend $1,200 to fix it.
No. It's gonna hold together.
Only if he super glued it.
Nope.
But like I said, I like it. I know Scott. Scott loves all in one, and I'm down for the engineering part of it. That defense order me really weirded me out. Is like really wide in the chest, and I don't. Not that that's not accurate, but it seemed dumpy. Like
Frumpy dumpy.
yeah, like a different kind of wide chest, not like a big bulky wide chest. More like somebody who used to play football in high school and then just let themselves all the way go by the time they were in their 50s. Like
Old and busted in the new hotness.
there you go. I see you, Eric Z. I'm not even gonna acknowledge that. I'm not even gonna acknowledge you, man. Hey, but I did spend some money with our other buddy, Vala.
Yeah, what'd you buy?
Yeah, I bought just an upgrade kit. Like he has that snow sniper.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the ghillie suit, and then it has like a breakdown rifle inside of a briefcase.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He's got good accessories for sure.
Yep. I buy his weapons packs
Tyler wants to know why you're calling him out.
What's up, Dom?
because he's not on here to defend himself.
And
Ooh, Eric B's calling you out.
He's not calling me out. He's calling out
for you.
He's calling out somebody. He's calling out somebody spelled RICKI. So fuck that guy, RICKI.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, me too. RICKI sounds like a dickhead.
Occasionally. Okay.
And there's no update on when we're gonna get pre-orders for those, right? That Mondo stuff, right?
I don't think I heard anything today.
Oh,
That Mondo
wait.
stuff looked nice.
Oh, 2000X. Yeah, we have. I don't think I've heard that yet.
Yeah, I think it was all to be determined.
I would have answered you the same way, Eric B. I'd have answered you the same way. But we know fans toys, fanboys are gonna fans it, boy. So it's okay.
What?
Damn, you got Eric to curse.
No, he didn't.
Called you a dick.
No, he said Dick as in like the nickname for Richard.
He still said dick.
Meh.
Different.
You've never heard Eric B cuss before?
He even does laughing my balls off because he won't say laughing my ass off. Like, come on.
No, he says no. It's laughing my butt off. He does not say laughing my balls off.
I've heard him curse. You guys don't give him enough credit.
I've definitely heard him cuss. He's just better about it than I am.
I've heard him do poetry sometimes with those swear words. It's pretty impressive. For a guy who doesn't do it very often.
Sir, I'm not an MP quitter. I'm an MP upgrader. And I still have some of my MP stuff. In fact, I got 3/5 of a Fans Toy Superion in there on my shelves.
Did you guys see this Hot Toys Darth Vader that's got red and blue
All the
paint
colors.
Yeah.
That's
No.
wild.
That's supposed to be the prototype one?
No, Here, I'll show it.
See, when I saw that, it reminds me of all those video game repaints that NECA used to do, where they'd put like
Yes.
color streaks on them.
Mm-hmm.
Here, look at this.
I mean, it looks cool though, but you'd have to literally set it with the red and white lighting around it.
If you put that in just a normal room, it's gonna look dumb as shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you would definitely have to put the red and
See
white
them,
lighting.
Put up that product shit.
Yeah. Just sitting in a DTOF with glaring white lights.
Did they looks like they even put it on the soft goods too. At least on this.
Yeah, that's a weird take.
When did McFarlane start working for Hot Toys, putting that cell shading on shit?
It's I guess they're always finding new ways to sell a Vader. Jeez.
Yeah.
This is wild.
I'm not gonna lie, it'd be cool to have that helmet just like on like a stand.
Yeah.
With the right lighting.
A Jackson Pollock Vader. There it is.
I'm sure Dom pre-ordered one already.
He probably pre-ordered 3. Flip 2 and box the other one.
I wonder, is this for like Star Wars Celebration maybe, or?
It's got to be like when he's standing in the hallways and the lights are all glowing off of him,
It
like in
said
the movies.
something about a comic.
Oh, here it is.
Dueling
There it
effect.
is.
Yeah,
Japan.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so this is going to be for Star Wars Celebration, Japan exclusive edition. That's what that is.
So it's supposed to be when he's like dueling Obi-Wan with the blue lightsaber. That's how it's supposed to be reflecting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when he was dueling Obi-Wan in A New Hope, the soft goods went on top of this. So this might be for the Obi-Wan show, maybe?
Maybe. Or maybe the Luke Invader fight in Bespin.
Oh, the Luke Invader.
Yeah, maybe that one.
That's fair.
Because they were
Actually,
fighting
I
in the
guess
dark
with all
room.
these
Yeah.
Yeah, with all these hand
Wait,
gestures.
go-
Like, I could see.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Look inside yourself. That bullshit.
I saw something. Go
Tell
ahead.
me-
A couple more.
I mean, come on. Can't you fucking
There.
Star Wars geeks tell
No,
me
one more.
by the
Back,
amount of
back,
buttons
back,
that
back,
are on
back.
his chest which Vader this is from?
Well, they can tell you New Hope or Return.
Right there. What does that say? Comic inspired dueling effect pattern?
Yeah.
Oh,
Comic?
comic inspired.
It's because it's not particular to anything. That's all.
Okay.
Because when you're
So it is
when they
cell
draw
shading.
this, they have to do this.
It
They
is,
have to.
yeah.
That's basically it.
Like
yeah.
just wait. They'll do the red and green one next.
Yeah. So it's literal cell shading.
Dude, red and green.
My mind is blown. They can call it the street light Vader.
To answer E's question, I saw on his chest box he had the blue button, so it's Empire or Jedi. It's not first one.
There it is. And then what color are the lenses in his helmet?
Yeah.
This is cool though. I picked up it was a steel plate print. It was relatively small. I picked it up at Baltimore Comic-Con the year that TFCon was there, the same weekend. Remember that? And in the reflection of Darth Vader's eyes, it showed Obi-Wan's reflection in
That's
the
cool.
eyes.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So I'm about to have to drop out because Eric B's knocking on the door. He wants to cuss at me about some fans toys bullshit. I don't need to hear that.
Oh, don't run now.
I'm gonna run now. Bye.
Oh,
Hey, good night.
he's here.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Let's go.
Running now.
He's gonna come in here like a McFarlane fanboy and defend the shit out of this stuff.
Listen, I just finished my report too. I'm like, man, if Ricky don't shut up with the foolishness, that thing don't take apart. He just mad because he's missing an arm still.
Yeah. No, I'm missing both arms still.
Oh.
I refuse because I was using them for bots. I wasn't using it for combined mode, and I'm not spending $600 for 2 fucking bots.
Well,
That's
they
right.
dropped
You
the
didn't
price
want
on
all
a lot
the
of them.
combiner ports, right?
Mm-mm.
Well, you
My
might
Zeta,
have a bias
my Zeta's
there
combined.
soon, bro. You know, might need to
Oh,
work
you.
something out for you.
Oh yeah, you want to split the cost and you can have all the parts.
Wait, Ricky, you're
No,
buying.
I just want your other three.
I thought
Oh.
you were getting masterpiece combiners to go with your legends.
Mm-hmm.
But why would you buy the Fans Toys Superion not to combine it then?
Okay, so I've gone through this before, and he's going to argue with it. I don't care, but in my head, it's the mass shifting. So I have the legends in alt mode. When they transform, they would become bigger, like taller. So they would be the Fans Toys robots, and then when they would combine, they'd be even taller. Would be my Zeta Superion.
But
Wouldn't it? I think it'd be the other way around.
But
No.
why? Wait, stop. Hold on. I missed it. I missed something. So
you guys are trying to get into Ricky's head. It's just a box of cats, man.
You have legends, and you have your masterpiece combiners, but you also want the masterpiece scaled combiner teams to go with your legends. Is that right?
For certain ones.
For certain ones. Okay.
Yeah, just like because I'd already started them, so it's like Superion and Minosaur. I already have I have the whole Minosaur team except for Bandit, like everybody else in the fucking world. So just those two. Yeah, and I thought about doing it with Devastator too, just because Devastator was like my first combiner as a kid.
But aren't the Zeta individual Superion bots or aerial bots
garbage? Yes.
But are they tall enough to be taller than? I don't know. It's weird. That's weird.
So it goes Legends alt mode to Masterpiece scale bot to Masterpiece combiner.
So you're only doing that for the combiner teams. You're not doing that for your whole collection.
No. I've boxed up most of my whole collection. The rest of it's waiting to be boxed up, and I'm gonna get rid of them. And that's just a size thing, because it's illegal for us to have basements, Eric B. So I had to downscale to make room for my other stuff.
It's all good, bro.
You can't have basements in Florida?
And we'll be all right.
No, it's illegal.
What?
The only way to have a basement, because you'll create sinkholes because of lime rock. But the only way to have a basement in Florida is to own land and build the land up, like make a hill on the land and then make the basement. So it's like a faux basement.
Oh, I get it.
Huh.
Interesting. I didn't know that, but I guess that makes sense.
Can't build his basement in a swamp.
It's illegal to grow grass there too, evidently.
It's what? Illegal what?
To grow grass there.
They got a lot of grass in Florida.
No, we got sugar sand with grass trying to come through it. But then when you go
where I was at in Miami, I seen grass, but maybe it was artificial grass.
It's definitely artificial.
It's not like there's a water shortage in Florida. Like, why can't you grow grass?
It's the dirt. We have sugar sand. It's all sugar sand. Doesn't catch. That's why people use that Bahia grass and stuff down here, because it kind of grows on the surface and like intertwines and locks into each other and makes it look like you have a grassy lawn.
Sugar sand.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
my dad lives in Nevada, and they're like, no, you can't have grass because we need water to drink, not
right.
To, yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is we should just trade Florida to Mexico and then make Canada the 50th state to take.
Yeah. That's a big downgrade. Okay. You and your peoples up there would have nowhere to retire to, if you did that.
You could probably fit the whole population of Canada in Florida, so just swap.
You could fit the whole population of Canada in like Massachusetts.
And ship all their geese down to Florida with them.
They come down here anyways.
That's right.
They migrate. Mm. I hear a lot of banging and clanging. Eric B must have shook that Superion a little bit too hard. Trying to prove a point.
On my report, my man. Some of us actually got some important stuff to do.
Working on a Friday night. Ugh.
Yeah.
Try to put it back together before he puts it on camera.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "See, I fucking told you it wouldn't fall apart."
My coordination is on Sunday.
See?
See, I shook it off camera. Nothing happened.
Somebody gonna shake you. Let's hear that little brain bobble around in there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's called deflection, sir. That's called
Never.
deflection.
Never, dude. Last person that called me out on camera got a video sent to them showing that the thing actually works right.
I don't need your. I don't need. Yeah, I don't need your. I don't need your edited videos.
I'm sure you don't need nothing.
And how many times you had to how many times you had to reshoot the videos so you got the one that you wanted. Yeah.
It was AI.
Had Tom Cruise
like 6 years ago. This is remember when Omega Supreme came out and I think Ace was talking about when you move the arm,
hip
the backpack comes up. No.
Oh yeah.
Backpack coming up. I'm like, Ace, relax. What is going on here, bro?
You gotta learn to plug it in.
Just tab it
We all know
on.
Ace.
Sounds like something
We know Ace hates Fans Toys.
Oh man, he is the biggest Fans Toys hater and the biggest
has them all.
slappy. And
God, I hope he gets that scavenger because that thing sucks.
So the scavenger, I didn't think the scavenger was that bad, but I did get the.
You are a defender.
No, the
hardcore.
Defenders assemble.
No. I'm with you. The backpack is egregious. The transformation was simple, and it was
at least that was fun.
Yeah, easy to manipulate is what I mean. So I didn't think it was that bad from that sense, but that backpack is egregious. But I'm pretty sure this is the backpack he's going to give it a pass. Watch, Brent. Just watch. Yeah. That's the one that's going to get a pass.
Well, he's probably going to like the playability of being able to hide the fist in there.
Yep. Oh, man, it's so fun. It does everything. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Why do you sound like that? Why do you sound like
Barney
that?
Fife or something like that?
That was Hank Hill all day. That was Hank Hill.
That dude is nuts, man. Yeah. This is also the same guy that gave that to Car MPG Prime. The guy getting right. Yeah, man, that dude.
Well, that one.
It's not bad for a toy. It's bad for a masterpiece.
Remember when RC came out? He gave that a pass for that backpack. He gave the Prime a pass for that backpack. But then he bought something else.
Maybe he likes backpacks. Maybe he was like big into like Dora the Explorer when he was younger.
Likes hiking.
Had a similar backpack on something. I can't remember what it was, and I think that's the night I lost it. I was like, Ace, you gotta be freaking kidding me, bro. What are we talking about here? It's the same backpack, the same thing you knock Fans Toys on. Just say you don't like Fans Toys. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay to say that.
I think it was the hoist he did. You were like, you're caping for Takara, man.
That might have been it. That might have been it. That whole thing was just nasty work.
Dante, simpatico.
Hoist should have never even been released.
That was bad.
Garbage.
But yeah, and another and you can say what you want to. That Superion does look nice, Eric. I'll give it that. Fans Toys can paint a figure and make it look pretty, but those shoulders are fucking dumb.
Oh, yeah. I think the way the shoulders work is
fucking
dumb. That's the only way they can figure out to make it work to get it out.
Nah, that ain't the only way to make it work. My Zeta one works just fine and don't look like that.
But see the way that the arm connects in. I think that was always their plan, and rather than change it, they had to figure out a way just to make that work because it wasn't working.
Dude, they had 6 years to get that thing straight, man. You know what I mean? They took it.
To the fire, brother.
Look, they still sitting on Bandit trying to make that fucking work. Why the hell they didn't do the same thing with Superior?
It was supposed to release first quarter, right? I think.
Yeah,
first quarter's about over, so
I was gonna say they got a couple more days of that. It'll be first quarter 2028. I might be all the way back. I might be sold my Legends and be back into Masterpiece before they finish that motherfucker.
But I don't think Bandit was the issue. I think Bandit.
I think it's the skeleton.
Yeah, the skeleton is probably the issue.
The weight support's just not there.
At least it looks like they figured out Devastator because they dropping these quick, and so is X Transbots. They're on their third one coming soon.
Well, remember, Fans Toys dropped those first couple for Superion and
like a year.
They dropped them quick in the beginning, and then they just stopped. So,
but, to be fair, they also didn't drop combiner pieces with those either, though.
Yeah.
At least you getting them with Devastator. Like those.
No, there's definitely. I still have the Minosaur and Superion. There's definitely no combiner parts with it.
Nope. You didn't get none of those
Nope.
upfront. But
You don't.
did
You
with,
didn't even
Double
get the weapons like the big sword or anything. You didn't get any of that stuff.
Nope. None of the kibble, none of that. But we'll see,
Nope.
man. I'm looking forward to see how that set shapes up. I bought those for individual bots, but I'm gonna combine it at least once.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
fun to vroom vroom motor pastor with 2 trailers. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I do want to see how that plays out. I mean,
You
it's
can
gonna be a
always
little
you can
long
remove
since
the
it's
remove
DMC.
the trailer too.
Yeah, the second part you can. Not MMC. Who am I thinking about? DX9. It's gonna be as long as the DX9 component. That thing
But
is
but
gangbusters.
they should have found a way to hinge that or something. If you made it at least a double trailer instead of one single huge
Yeah, I thought that
trailer.
made more sense. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. I'm
But let me tell
excited for
you,
this. Bruticus coming from who is that? Darn it, Magic Square.
Magic
Looks like
Square.
it's shaping up pretty well already.
Yeah.
How was the Magic Square Minosaur? Like the Legends, how was that?
It's good.
I think it's fine.
It's good.
If they
And it came.
updo that one, do you guys think that would be a good masterpiece version?
It'd give DX9 a run for its money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just by the looks and build of it, like it was solid.
I'm getting pissed off in Magic Square, to be honest. So
Why's that?
Because they're not giving us stuff.
they're moving. It looks like they're moving into the MP
And
realm
leaving
more
Legends
and more,
behind.
and leaving
Yeah.
Legends behind with unfinished stuff.
Yep.
You sold your Legends off.
I own it.
I have most. I got rid of some of them, but I still have most of them.
Yeah.
I want the
pretty much
combiners done.
Yeah.
I'm still getting all the combiners. But
I pretty much had all season 1 and season 2. I got everything else from EE. I got all season 3 and 4 and some of the movie stuff from them.
Oh.
My bad. I had to dip real quick. What did you just ask, Brink? As soon as you were asking the question, I got a phone call.
Oh, I was asking how the
Magic Square Minosaur.
How the Magic Square Minosaur might do in an MP scale.
I'd
Because the
imagine it would
Bruticus
look
is
great.
looking pretty good, right? So
What I did like in the Legends, if they could pull it off in Masterpiece, was the availability to change it into all the different versions. Like the way they built that trailer, it broke down into pieces, so you could have it like the toy. You could switch it up so it had the shoulder things like the toy one did, or you could make it a solid arm where it's just the car as the arms, or you could separate it and have the hinge there so the cars are separated.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I thought that was cool that they had all that available to you if that's what you wanted. If they could do that at MP scale, that would be nuts.
I don't, I have to backtrack now. I don't think it'll translate. They'll have to redo all 4 Limbots.
I mean, well, even their Bruticus stuff that they're making isn't like just a
It's not
simple upscale.
it's not a 1-to-1. Yeah, it's not 1-to-1.
Yeah, but it's similarities from what I understand. Like many people were pointing out, like, hey, this was similar here, this was similar. They changed this small piece or this, that, and the other. But those little carbides are like, remember the old Armada carbides? Like the power link things that will give you the power up? That's how those feel.
We're not talking about material. We're not talking material and build. We're talking about how it transforms and stuff.
But it also, that's what I mean overall. So remember, Leader 1 that came with the Armada Prime. That's how these Magic Square carbides transformed for the Minosaur. So I'd imagine they have to retool that. That's probably why we haven't seen it.
You're talking about that key thing, like how the waist kind of like keyed in. You twisted it to separate them. Is that what you're talking about?
No. But just overall, how they transform, like they're not very articulate.
Well, what was EE's argument earlier was they're there to be combiners. They don't need to be articulated as bots.
well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying my focus for a combiner figure is the combiner itself.
Right.
So, I'm more forgiving of the sacrifices made in either the car mode or the bot mode, as long as my combiner is what I want.
Gotcha.
That's just my preference. Like,
right. But I think it would be cool though, Brink. But I think they would have to change that availability to change everything would probably be a lot harder to do in masterpiece scale.
It's maybe not. I mean, remember those shoulder pieces, you just pop them on. I believe.
Yeah.
So you just pieces
Yeah, it was
you
part of the
pop
trailer
on,
you folded up. But I'm talking about the being able to separate the cars or leave them solid. That was pieces of the trailer that you separated, that you attached them to. Remember, the trailer was the hinge, became the new elbow. So I mean, it wouldn't be impossible, but they'd probably have to redesign some of it to make it happen right. Who'd we lose? Gort.
Yeah, you gotta go.
All right. Some St. Patty's Day was a couple weeks ago. Can't Irish goodbye around here.
So that's a Wolf.
Yeah. And Wolf's the host. He been Irish goodbye.
He left.
Who did?
No, he's there.
I will say, if Fans Toys, and I said this on our show, if they could make that side swipe like this Jazz, that side swipe is going to be sweet. Now, do we need one this soon? No.
Absolutely.
No.
All that shade you guys threw at Takara, you definitely need an upgrade.
No, I'm good on the Takara when I had the bad cube one for a long time. Takara looked like all he worked on was chest day.
Eric, that Avatar, man, where did that come from? How long you had that?
He's had that for a long ass time.
While.
Yeah.
My boy Kev made it for me.
Nice.
Sure.
Scott wants to know if
visors and one without the visors.
he wants to know if your friend will doodle him on a hot rod.
No.
You're such a hater, bro. Such a hater.
All in good fun.
Now that's just one hot rod fan to another. I get it.
Yeah.
Can zero in on the exact moment the G1 series died.
Jesus.
Another hater,
But-
man. It was still
but-
around for like 2 years after that. Sir.
Yeah,
but
but
we're
shit.
Oh, nose
Season
dive.
3 was bad, and they didn't even finish. You got like 4 episodes for season
It was
4,
only
5.
bad for
Yeah,
people who didn't like episodic programming at that point.
it had nothing to do with episodic programming.
Yes, it did.
It had
You
everything to
guys
do with the
wanted
characters
Optimus
that you were
Prime
being
to come
fun.
back and save the day for every
Exactly. It had
other
no,
episode.
exactly. Optimus Prime had to bring him back
From the
That's all
dead
I wanted.
multiple times.
twice because Rodimus
And
couldn't
that
handle
y'all
it.
still killed the show.
Yeah, the show was right there. It was done. Rodimus killed the show.
I'm the new Prime. Oh, I can't handle being a Prime. Ooh.
Hey man, don't act like you ain't had to grow up young, bro.
Yeah. But I didn't bitch about it the whole time. You just
didn't.
suck it up and do it. You just suck it up and do it, man.
Listen, you might not have bitched in public, but you did have somebody, a shoulder to lean on.
I
And that was
bitch more
open
about
minds.
I'm bitch more about being an adult as an old ass adult than I ever did growing up. Being an
Even worse
adult.
at this point. What you complaining about? You just
Like,
gotta
it
suck
should-
it up and deal with it.
It should have been simpler.
Earn these bills.
Yeah. Come on here with your bullshit, Eric B. Don't you have a report to go type?
Haters.
Sure,
Just
it's double
hating.
spaced.
Demetrius double space.
No, it's mostly you'll be happy about this. It's all Excel, brother. All Excel.
Oh goodness,
All right.
fancy spreadsheets like a mug.
That and QuickBooks, man. Just get the numbers out.
Ooh. You're not taking over the dealership yet? You ain't running it yet?
No, I run my department. That's all I need.
No.
I run my department. They leave me alone.
Gotcha. Oh, so EE brought up earlier. I'm gonna be mad if Magic Square is done with Legends because of the car bots. Like the new age ones are fine, but they're too small for me. In my
Too tiny.
yeah, they're too small. They're just too small, and they're not
Tiny
gonna.
and don't like their proportions on that size is my problem with New Age. So
Yeah.
Hey guys, we have a partial solar eclipse tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Mm. If you close your eyes while it's happening, you have a full solar eclipse.
Don't stare into the sun.
So besides toys, what else? Like without spoiling anything for those who haven't gotten that far, y'all been watching Daredevil?
Yes.
Yes. And look, at this point,
Are we good with spoiling it?
I wouldn't spoil this week. But
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
expect me to?
you want to talk about the beginning of the
You expect me to remember what was in fucking just this week's?
like
That first 30 minutes of that, or first 10 minutes of that first episode had me by the
that
balls.
was wild.
That was
wild.
Now, any of y'all ever read the comics?
No.
Okay, because they've done that in the comics to him in the comics too, but they brought him
But
back.
they faked
Hand
it.
brought him back.
It was a fake. No, they faked his.
No,
death
that was
in
the fake
comics.
one. Yeah, he faked it to go live off. Yeah, somewhere else. That's what it was.
Yeah, and if you go back and really pay attention, that you can see the building number that he died in front of in the show is the same issue that they did it in the comics.
Oh.
So who knows?
Yeah.
Somebody's deep in it.
I watched the video.
You think they're gonna do
These
any more
things
with?
come up.
You think they're gonna do any more with Frank, or was that just his only cameo?
No, I don't think Frank is done. I don't think Frank is done at all. I think there's been pictures or videos of him in other episodes. So yeah, no, Frank's not. I don't think Frank's done, but he is getting his own.
I heard
coming
special. They called it a special. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Who knows?
It's a Christmas special.
A crossover with Guardians of the Galaxy. They're gonna bring Kevin Bacon back and smoke him.
What is wrong with you?
How much time you got, buddy?
That dude is nuts.
But yeah, I am thoroughly blown away with how good this show is. Like, this might be my favorite thing they've done. Because I was afraid they were going to change too much of how Netflix did. And they stayed right in the same pocket without being a complete ripoff.
I mean, I'm not favorite thing who's done.
Marvel TV shows.
Out of Disney Plus shows?
Yeah. What other shows? Yeah. Like their TV show, like the Marvel stuff specifically.
I think, Ricky, you're not counting Netflix, is basically what you're saying. You're saying the Disney versions. Yeah, no, I didn't know if he was also, if he meant the movies too. That's why I just wanted to, like, you're just talking about Disney Plus.
I'm talking about the shows.
I don't know. That,
just Marvel-wise.
That Loki show was really fucking good, man.
Yeah,
nice. It was okay, but I was never on the Loki train. I had fun with it. It was a good show, but like, I liked Captain America and Winter Soldier. I thought that was good too. I'm gonna say something that most people, especially he's gonna disagree with. I enjoyed Moon Knight. I didn't think it was great, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed Moon Knight. It was good.
Like that episode where he goes to the apartment in his head and like how it breaks all down, all his different personalities and why he is the way he is. I thought that was one of the coolest things to see come out on a show. But if I'm doing all Disney Plus stuff, Andor still number one, just for that one singular episode, it'll always be number one to me. But I think this might be right there with it, like as an overall story.
Oh no! I mean, if we're talking Star Wars, then that final season of Clone Wars wins for me.
No, okay, so live action to take that out of it.
No.
But that last season of Clone Wars, I keep forgetting that was done after the Disney Plus stuff. That was a good one. But no, Brink, I wasn't discounting the Netflix stuff. What I'm saying is I thought Disney was going to, for lack of a better term, Disney-fy the Netflix series. And they didn't.
I don't think they had a choice.
What you said it was your favorite of all the Marvel shows that were done. And
yeah, okay.
So,
yeah,
do you think this is better than Daredevil season 1, 2, or 3? Or Punisher season 1 and 2?
I would put if you're going with that, this is better than season 3 of Daredevil. Season 3 was, I thought season 3 was kind of convoluted. 1 and 2 were really good. 3 was it wasn't bad, but again, when you're talking about great shows, somebody has to be in last place, and it would definitely be season 3. I think it goes 2, 1, 3 for me for the Netflix series for Daredevil.
Yeah, and this season's about to ramp up, right? I mean,
Yeah,
how many?
I don't want to answer yet until.
Yeah.
It's been a slow burn. It's been a slow burn, but they've
it's been
also
it's been a good burn though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, yeah, they're building shit up, but I'll give my ranking on the 4 Daredevil seasons.
That's
when
why I
this is
said
over. Like
that's why I only did 1, 2, and 3 because I don't know how this is going to finish. You know, it's hard to stick the landing, so we'll
But,
see how they.
like they didn't have a choice but to fix whatever they were originally doing because the fans were going crazy. John Barenthal walked away from the project with what they were doing. If they didn't fix it, he's like, "I'm not going to do this. This is not right." So,
But it's
this
Disney.
is where the act. But if
they've
the
shown
actors,
before they don't give a fuck about that.
No, see, the actors don't open their fucking mouths. That's the problem.
They'll kill them off screen or change them into another actor.
Fought to make. If Ryan Reynolds would have just rolled over and did whatever Disney wanted, we would never have gotten the thing we got.
Yep. I really think that, to give credit where credit's due, that Deadpool Wolverine, that opened the floodgates for shit like this.
And if these actors didn't open their mouths, and it's either recast, which doesn't work well,
or they kill them off screen, or they send them off on
which,
some adventure where you don't see them anymore.
And it doesn't work well. So, like, these actors who are fans of these properties, I mean, look, The Witcher's dead because Netflix was like, "Oh, we're not going to listen to you," and so they just they let him walk away. And The Witcher's going to be done. That next season is not going to be good.
Well, The Witcher ended because he had to go make that, Mission Impossible movie.
Well, it was more of he was actually a fan of the property, and he didn't like the direction they were going, so he walked away.
Yep.
Instead of them understanding that he knew what the fuck he was talking about, not some fucking suit upstairs who probably never seen it or read it or know anything about it.
Not based on trends. It's based on something that he knows. And that's the thing that shows he has integrity, though, because he's willing to pass up a paycheck to keep it what it's supposed to be. And not a lot of them have that. They'll take the paycheck and be like, "Yes, sir, Mr. Mouse, whatever you say."
Like, you'll probably never see Scarlett again.
Johansson?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Well, she sued them, remember?
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to see her again. They're not going to bring her back after she sued them.
Wasn't she in a comment? No, she was in something after that, I thought.
No, she sued over what
because
happened
they're
with her
streaming it. Yeah, they're streaming it.
and money and whatever, something about it. And they're not going to bring her.
She was supposed to get points on a theatrical release, and they streamed it. And that would cut her out of her back end. She's supposed to get.
So they're not going to bring her back. Like, yeah, you're dead, bitch.
And she won that.
You sued us.
She won.
You sued us. You won. You were not bringing you back.
Also, spoiler: she's dead.
Yeah.
Well,
they killed her.
It's the comics. You can always bring people. Always come
did you
back.
hear what Hawkeye said? He's like, "That's not what the floating skull face guy said. He said she's gone."
Yeah.
And then holding the bench in the water or whatever.
Yeah, and if you read comics, they always find a way.
Yeah,
Tony's dead. He's back
Disney.
somehow.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah, exactly. But they always find a way, man. If they really wanted to, you can always. Comics have been doing it forever. Nobody has stayed dead.
Yep. But they've been pretty like. Have you noticed in these movies when they kill somebody, they pretty much leave them that way.
So far,
I haven't seen it, but we're saying so far. It's been 20 years of this so far. I mean, it's not like they've been wishy-washy at all. They've been pretty hardcore. You're dead. You're dead. They weren't Justice League and that shit and having the rocks float above his fucking coffin at the end. Like, they killed his ass. And so we'll see. Like you said, if they stick to it. I mean, I don't see them being like they brought RDJ back, but they didn't bring him back as Tony Stark. Not this. Even if they bring back as Tony Stark, they'll just say it's not this Tony Stark.
But what if it's Tony Stark as Doctor Doom in this universe? You understand? Like, we don't know yet, right? What if Tony Stark became Doctor Doom?
Right.
Is that what we're getting? I don't know.
They got layers on layers, man.
Like a parfait.
Okay. I see that. I thought you said parlay at first, but then it caught up to me. I got it.
Got it. Everybody loves a parfait, Eric.
You're not wrong.
Hey, we're coming up on 2 hours. You want to go on broadcast?
Yes, boss.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Okay.
Rise up and press the end stream.
All right, we're going on broadcast. I'm sure you'll post the link in the groups. Thanks for coming, everyone. We're back next week with a new show. See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, yo.
Bye.
Howdies.
Say it with me now.
Round.